A human who hates elves has to unite with them to save his country, but little does he know an unexpected romance is waiting for him. It all started in a magical place named Altera. It is a land divided among humans, elves, dragons, and goblinoid beasts. Decades ago, the elves and humans drove the beasts and dragons into the dark mountains, but evil kept feeding on darkness and gathered strength. Their deadly leader, the Black Dragon, possesses a rare gem in which the rage and fury is gathering. It's silently waiting for the dragon to reawaken. Meanwhile, conflicts have arisen between elves and humans because they keep fighting for territories. They are totally unaware of the enemy marching towards them. Only the elf princess Nerwin and her companion Lee have sensed the danger and believe the elves must unite with the humans so they can fight against evil. They secretly head to the human territory, but get interrupted by elf princess Elena, who believes that it's time for elves to take over Altera. While they are fighting, the beasts have already reached nearby. A young man named Lambert spots them and decides to inform his town. But before he can do that, the beasts notice him and start following him. Lambert keeps running until he reaches the dead end. The beasts get ready to eat him, but Lambert's pet dogs reach there to save him. After escaping, Lambert heads to the human territory and informs them that the beasts are coming. Unfortunately, he gets trapped by the beasts, and this time they are greater in number than before. Suddenly, a hook lowers from the sky and Lambert immediately grabs on it. It takes him inside a flying ship. There is a mysterious man who tells Lambert to show his fighting skills, and if he succeeds in hitting him, Lambert will be rewarded with an actual sword. They start fighting with wooden swords, but Lambert seems to be losing to the talented man. Lambert plays dead and finally hits the man. The mysterious man turns out to be a famous mercenary named Varnak. He's traveling with the well-known dragon fighter named Garinth and his sister, Argenta. Lambert has apparently won the deal, so Garinth has to buy him a new sword, so they head back to the human territory. Nerwin and Leia have also reached the territory to meet the human king and inform him about the upcoming beasts. He refuses to believe the elves, and he isn't afraid of the beasts anyway. They defeated them before, so they can do it again. Meanwhile, Varnak takes the young man to the market, and Lambert requests the best sword, but Garinth doesn't have a big budget. Lambert accidentally runs into Leia on the streets and exposes her identity. She rushes away, but Lambert keeps following her. He finally catches her at the border, but they get attacked by the beasts. Together, they knock off most of them, but the beasts use bombs to explode the walls and invite more beasts inside. Lambert uses his dagger to attack the beasts, but the dagger breaks into pieces. Fortunately, Garinth and the guards reach there and capture the beasts. Garinth's old friend and a great warrior, Velskud, reach there too. They all are gathering to meet the king and plan their next strategy. The king finally agrees to form an alliance, but he will be the one leading it. The elves accept the deal and summon their troops. Varnak also invites Lambert to join the battleship, but he has to leave behind his beloved pets. Varnak didn't have enough money for the sword, so he traded the pets to the blacksmith. The battleship would have been too risky for them anyway. Lambert says goodbye to them and tries his best to contain his emotions, but he eventually starts crying. Lee sees him and calls him an emotional baby. Lambert starts arguing back, but Leia's attention shifts to the palace. She notices a mysterious shadow and throws her arrow at it. Afterward, she goes there to investigate, and Lambert follows her too. However, they don't find anyone. Lambert notices the king having dinner with the elves and warriors, and he invites Leia to sneak inside the dining room. They actually came for the food, but got interested in the conversation. The king scolds the warriors because they claimed that the Black Dragon was locked away for the next 100 years. If the beasts are attacking, that means the dragon could wake soon. The danger is great, as they can't just fly to kill the Black Dragon. Its resting place is heavily defended, and it's also protected by a treacherous mountain range. The forces of beasts are also huge in number. There's only one way to defeat the dragon. Its awesome power comes from a gem in its chest. If the gem is removed, then the dragon will become vulnerable. Legend has said that the gem has great powers. It can kill and it can revive the dead. Hearing this, the king states that, after defeating the Black Dragon, the humans should keep the gem and its powers. This enraged the elf princesses and they start arguing back. Lambert can't take it anymore and stands up to propose his own idea. They can decide the gem's fate later. Right now, they should plan to fest the dragon. Lambert believes they should work in two groups. The soldiers led by Cuck will attack the beasts and distract their attention, while another team of warriors will take Varnak's ship to get the Black Dragon gem while the dragon is asleep. Lambert is kicked out of the room, but the warriors liked his plan, although their priority is to destroy the gem as it can corrupt even the most innocent. The plan is decided, but the warriors don't know about the culprits among them. Velskud has joined hands with the Dark Elf, and they plan to steal the gem to rule over Altera. Moreover, the king also plans to do the same. But Velskud mercilessly kills him so he can be the new king of Altera. Unaware of this tragedy, Lambert forms a team with the Dragon Warriors and Elf Princess, and they head towards the dragonnest. On the way, their ship gets attacked and severely damaged. Varnak can't gain back control and the ship crashes on the ground. However, they can't turn back right now. Leia opens the map and starts guiding her team towards the dragonnest. They walk for hours, but hardly cover half of the distance. The one suffering the most is Lambert, who has to carry everyone's luggage as well. After a while, they reach a deserted place called the Ruins Forgotten by Time. A battle between the elves and humans was fought here in which many elves were slaughtered. The elf ghosts still inhabit this place and no one should enter here. Lambert gets scared by hearing about ghosts and he slips his foot. He falls right into the ruins, and the others also walk down to rescue him. Their journey is delayed, and the dark elf keeps reminding Velskut that he must hurry. The ghosts gather around Leia and cry out to her. They yearn for freedom, but it needs a very strong magic. Leia ignores the ghosts to focus on her mission. By looking at the maps, she realizes that the ruins have a shortcut to the dragonnest. Suddenly, something surrounds them and calls them out. It's the Bat of Darkness Mountains. He is like a scout of the beasts and delivers information to them. The bat is quite shocked to see elves and humans at this place. To keep his mouth shut, he asks for a reward. Velskut has enough and he decides to kill the bat, but the bat is really great at flying. Everyone keeps attacking the bat. None of them succeed in killing him. Lambert and Leia decide to work in a team. Leia distracts the bat with her magical arrow and leads it towards Lambert, who catches the bat. After killing the bat, the warriors continue their journey. Lambert is delighted to prove that a human and elf can work together. He also requests Lee to teach him how to use a bow and arrow. He fails miserably and gives up soon, but Lee advises him to train with patience and dedication. The most important thing is not power or strength, but the heart and desire. Lambert gets impressed and asks Lee to trust him, but she doubts that. Humans always disappointed the elves and made selfish decisions that have hurt us. However, Lee's heart says that she can trust Lambert. In response, Lambert promises to always stay beside her and also to prove themselves as a team like no elf and human has ever been before. Their sweet moment is interrupted as they need to continue their journey. Moreover, there's something mysterious about Garant and Argenta. The siblings are hiding a dark secret that can make everyone hate them. After traveling through the snowy mountains, they reach a tall ice wall. The map hints in the forward direction, but there seems no path. Surprisingly, Garant can sense something and points at a specific spot on the wall. After hitting it, a gate opens and the warriors team enter inside. Just after a few steps, a guardian of the dragon nest attacks them. It brings even more guardians and attacks from all sides. The only way of survival is to run away, but Garant and Argenta are trapped behind. Velskut gets really worried for them, but the siblings are experiencing a mysterious phenomenon. After a while, the siblings come out, but Garant seems unwell. A lot of time has been lost in this chaos and Cook's army has already reached there. The dragon will wake up any moment and the warriors have lost their chance to destroy the gem. The swarms of beasts also come out and proceed towards Cook's army. The warriors can only wait to die, and they don't have to wait much as a group of beasts has already reached them. Varnak defends himself and tells everyone to retreat. They block the way with giant stones, but Lambert is missing. He is stuck with the beasts. Lambert can hardly lift his heavy sword and can't fight the beasts properly. He almost gives up, but then an arrow flies near him out of nowhere. It's Leia who returned to save Lambert. Together, they try fighting the beasts, but they are too many in number. Leia is running out arrows, but keeps fighting bravely. With her last arrow, she can either save herself or Lambert. Leia sacrifices herself to save Lambert, and she falls down on the ground. Lambert burns in anger and slashes the beast into 2 pieces. He picks up Leia's lifeless body and begs her to wake up. The beasts proceed to attack the rest of the warriors, but something totally unexpected happens. Garant takes his dragon form and fights the beast. Argenta gets worried that her brother may get misunderstood and stands in the way to defend him. Velskut says that all dragons are evil, but Garant assures that he can control his dragon sides. There's no species that is totally good or evil. Even the humans and elves have done many evil deeds. Varnak agrees and lets Garant help them against the beasts. But another calamity has risen. The black dragon has awakened. Garant rushes to fight it, while Argenta can't summon her dragon side. Lambert also notices the dragon and remembers that the dragon gem has the power to revive people. He can use it to bring back Leia. He grabs his sword and jumps on the back of the deadly black dragon. The other warriors realize that they should also help if they want to save their land. They all start attacking from all sides and try to cause as many injuries to the dragon as possible. Once it gets a little weak, Velskut jumps towards its chest and starts hitting the gem. He couldn't hold on for long and came down eventually. Garant tricks the dragon to pass through a narrow path and traps it under the falling stones. Unfortunately, it holds down the dragon just for a few seconds. Lambert continues attacking on the back while Garant is also giving his best. The dragon gets furious and grabs Garant. He's about to eat him, but Argenta finally gets in her dragon form and saves her brother. The remaining warriors combine their powers and aim at the dragon. Once the dragon loses its strength, Garant starts hitting on the gem. But the dragon gains control and grabs Garant while Lambert starts to fall down. He suddenly remembers about the Lee's arrow he has. Lambert uses it to tear the dragon's wings, making it lose control. Garant gets free and pulls out the gem from the black dragon chest. He holds on the gem tightly and asks Lambert to destroy it. Lambert wants to use the black gem to revive Leia, but Garant says it's too risky as the gem can corrupt anyone who touches it. To save Leia, Garen gives away his own gem. Once Lambert leaves, Garen asks Velska to destroy the black gem, but he takes it instead to gain power. Garen explains that a normal human can't handle the black gem and it takes over his body, but Velska doesn't listen. Lambert leaves Lee to go back to save his team from Velskud. Gradually, the gem is taking over Velskud's body. Velskud offers to cure Lee if Lambert joins his side. But Lambert can't do that. He loves Lee a lot, but he can't let Altera be ruled by evil. Lambert keeps fighting, but eventually loses. He was to fall off the cliff, but an arrow appeared out of nowhere to attack Velskud. He falls down in the deep pit while Lambert is safe. The arrow is thrown by Leia. She miraculously survived the gem. The dragon is killed, so the beasts retreat as well. Altera is saved, but its inhabitants have learned that the humans and elves and even dragons can live peacefully together if their hearts are pure. The warriors return home, but they are unaware that the black gem is still intact, and it has gone in the worst hands. The dark elf, she is just waiting for the right moment to take over Altera.